feeling great, so let's see how this will go. Hello, people who watch this later. Hello, people. Welcome to the stream. I say we just continue. See what other challenges the game has to offer. Right, number 4. And I have the scroll from the other 3, yes. Absolute power. I hope the games will be easy for a bit because like I just do not I'm not really feeling it at the moment, so it's probably gonna take a bit to warm up. Did it change the settings again? It did. Let's try medium, and if it lags still, then I'll just change it. Yeah, I'll just have it on low, just to be safe. Okay. Shouldn't be any issues now. This is an interesting one. So I have to have that one pointing towards me, and I can just pass. What's so difficult with this one? Oh, that one can't be powered, that's fine. Change that one temporarily. I didn't mean to give that the relic, and now I can't get out of it. There we go. It's an interesting one. So I cannot cross here, but as soon as I leave it... Yeah. Oh, that works. Should work. Let's every night in my dream. I feel like that should be followed by something. If I just have it so that I am in this mode and this one pointing at me, I can just walk through these. So now the only one missing is... No, that one's not missing. But I have to have this one be constantly on. So let's give that the relic. That makes more sense. Now I can go through and solve it. What is the lyric from? That's an interesting one. So how do I get over there? So do I need to find a way to switch myself here? Looks like it. Wait. Let's remove this one. And also, how do I just get... Okay, I have to walk there. Right. I'm trying to think, like, how do I even turn these off? Near, far, wherever you are, I believe go on. I should change those before I do that again, because it's annoying to have to walk over all the way over here. But I'm trying to think of like what can I even do. Like genuinely, I don't see what I can do here. There's nothing that connects those two. There's no way for me to go from there to here. The only way for me to walk over there is to go through this. But when I'm in this, I can't pass. So I'm just stuck. So I feel like I must have missed something. Oh, that does on collision. I don't know what game is or how it work. These things. Okay, so like you can be in 2 modes in this game. This is the light mode. There's also a dark mode, which is when you are within the sphere. And these have an aura. They have like a beam of dark. And when I'm inside of it, then I'm in the dark and everything is turned on. All of these are turned on, and if you have a warp thing or if you have a melody thing, they are automatically turned on. And let's give this the relic, because I have a relic that I can place above each one of them. And when I'm outside of it, when I'm in light mode, these ones can power something else. So this one is now powered because this one is looking at it. If I take that, then this one is no longer on because this isn't on. But right now, that's not really what's relevant. What's relevant is the fact that when I go through this, when I cross it, you can't use the coin on the one on the other side. I can have this one be always on, but I don't see how it helps me. Like I can point it here if I want to, but the issue is that once I go through this, I'm always in dark mode until I go back. And the way that that has been solved in previous ones has been by having a teleporter on the other side, because if I teleport to something that's like there, I'm gonna stand there still in dark mode, and I can walk through this portal from the other side. So that way I would have like inverted myself. But and also these things, they go up when I'm in dark mode. So how do I get past these? The spirals? Not sure what you're talking about there. Yeah, explain these, explain this, explain that. That's the end goal of the normal, but I'm trying to do the challenge mode for this level. No. These ones always put me in dark mode. So if I stand inside them, I'm in dark mode. But I don't turn into light mode just because I was in dark mode before going in. But my issue is I can't find a way. I have to get past this. But the only way to do that. I didn't mean to give that relic. Fucking the portal while in dark. It still changes me. Stop giving them the relics. Why is my brain doing this? Even if I have the even if these put me in dark mode, it still changes me into dark mode. See, I'm in light, default light mode, default dark mode, even though I'm within this the entire time. I don't see what else I can interact with. How do I get back? Because the only way I can inverse from black to light, from dark to light, is if I manage to find a way around this, either by teleporting or by walking. But that just does not seem possible. There's no connection there. No connection. No connection. So I'm just left really confused. Is it... Oh. I'm gonna check if there's something back there that I'm missing, because it has to be, right? Like a teleport that I just haven't noticed. Okay. Yeah, there's a teleporter here. Ah, good. So this one cannot look that way. I have to place the teleporter here, then teleport to it. I think is the position here. Hydrate. Thank you for that. I mean, it's... I was just missing what the game was telling me. So if I swap here, then I can go... no. Well, okay, I can place it here. That works. Because now I can place it where I intended to place it. The statue's not a... Come on. Okay, let's just rotate this. Now it is awakened. Lucky me. Because this beam is pointing at it. Wait, can't I just swap with it again? Oh, okay. I was trying to make it more complicated for myself than it needed to be. Power can be dangerous. The quest for more can easily spiral out of control at the cost of others. Yeah. Oh, lucky us, we get to drown ourselves again. I didn't need that call out. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever finished the thought. I was saying yesterday, like the meme where it's like people consuming the people consuming a certain media, like whether it be a series or a movie or a game, and they have one interpretation, and then, you know, the quote unquote actual message behind it is just completely going over their head. And I'm I think of that as like, oh yeah, you're trying, like, oh, this is such a deep game, and what you're missing is that no, it's just teaching you to drown yourself. Memes are difficult to explain, especially if it's not clear what people are talking about. Okay, I mean, you said she was going to be there for a few days, I presumed as much. Is the blood thing better? Wait. 1, 2... Okay, these are just challenges. Feel like we get her pick up tomorrow? Okay. I mean, the faster she's better, the better. Majestic Abomination. Okay. So when I ring these, because they either have the relic or I am in dark mode, they will fix these I can walk through. So what I'm seeing here is that I cannot walk from here to there quickly enough, meaning that I cannot stand here, activate both exit mode, and then walk through. But if I exit the mode here while having a relic on me, I could just walk up, I could activate it, enter it, exit the mode, walk up, place it, activate, take it away, place it, activate, take it away, and walk over. Ah, there's another one here, okay. So I might have to fiddle with teleporters a few times. Wait, what in the world? That's the scroll? What is it? Why is there so much back here? Let's swap. Just so I can walk through. Just want to see all of it before I actually start anything, because a lot of levels you have like an inkling of what you should do in the beginning. But this one is very complex. So all that does to go around this way is to turn this one. So I can have that one activated at all times. That's literally all it does. I mean, alright. If I place a statue here, I can swap to it after. I can have this one facing towards me, so this is always activated once I've activated that one. Wait, I wanted to... Did I want to switch myself? No, I want to switch with it later, that's it. Give this here. Point out towards that one. And now... Do I want to be in the other mode? No, this is... Actually, I don't know what I'm thinking. I think I thought I had to do one more thing that I had to. So now it's stuck in there. And I can... Is there anything keeping me from just walking over there? Is this just really straightforward? Huh. Okay. Well, this one is probably gonna have to be that way. If it doesn't, then I don't even know. Can't I just like face this one here? Oh, that's an interesting one. I need to do this so I can get the relic so this one isn't on when I point it where I want to point it. Oh wait, I still need to swap with this one once. Let's swap with it here. Just no, I can't have it there. Never mind. Let's swap with it here. If I swap with it where I just stood, then it would block this signal. How do I get out of this? Oh. Well, fine then. Ah! Okay, getting myself inverted was more work than I thought. Hello, Dennis. Did you actually get a shorter day today? Wait. No, I want to be on this side. Wait, how do I do this? I need to flip myself, but how can I do that? Like, I can do this, but then how do I get back? Because I need to cross this. That works. Wait, I still need to swap. What? I need to swap that one this way. I can place the statue there. The teleporter. Can I do that? Let's swap this one here first. No, here. I want it to be within the thing. There we go. Because if I place it here, I cannot point this one and still walk out of here. But how do I... Now I can't get back. So I want it to be here, but I want to stand in front of it. And then I want it to be here, but how do I do that? I can put that one to me, I guess. Cook like 5 meals of reason to the bike, right? Nice. Haven't been able to bike much recently. I took a walk, I think it was yesterday. It didn't last long. Wanted to, but it's just, nah. Okay. Swap. I still need to move this one because it can't be where it is. There we go. Took a lot more effort than it should have. Oh wait, no, can I not? That one's not on unless I'm in the thing. And I cannot reach that. No. Well, if I can get the teleporter over here, I can activate that in time. I think I should be able to activate that in time. That's a lot trickier than I thought. I like that. A little rainy and rolled in a blanket. Sounds nice though. If I can have that one. Wait, is that really what I'm missing? No, I need to flip myself again. If I have that one point there instead. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no. Okay, I think that might be cheesing it, but I don't care. If I point this one there. Will it work now? Because I can now have that one always be on. Okay. Is that better, game? Because I don't need that one to be on because I can just hijack this one. Which is basically what I had in mind to begin with, but the other way around. A collage of corruption is still corruption. Don't be fooled by the shape of what you see. I guess. Music to get over, cool. Yeah. I do like that. I did this one, I have not done this one. What does this challenge present itself with then? Vivid Nightmare. Alright. Well, that's definitely going to be relevant. Oh yeah, Quincy, these pads, they put me temporarily in dark mode. And I can only walk a certain distance while in it before it lapses. Let's turn this one this way. Do I? I need to, no, I need to teleport with that one somehow. Let's do that. Let's just give me itch. Well, I can do this. That way I can still be in this mode when standing here and swapping. I can do that. No, I cannot. I need to stand in that if I want to do anything here. I don't know what I'm trying to achieve. I mean, I can do this. And now I think I'm in the alternate mode, right? Yeah. And if I can swap to that later. Ah, that's where that comes in. So I can walk over here and swap. So this one could just point here. But I don't know if that's too obvious. I could also just take the relic. But I also don't know what that would do. Let's go back here. Bring that one closer so it's easier to work with. If I give this to relic, I can walk over here. Then I can swap with the teleporter, with the warp, place it here. But then how do I get back to place that one there? Do I need to have that one there? I have no idea. Fair assessment. The only way I can get past this one is if I'm in this mode. But then after that, I need to be in the other mode. So I think I have to have this one be turned on. I'm not sure. Let's try it. It is a puzzle game after all. Yoink. I don't see how this is gonna work, but the more I try and the more I understand the limitations of what I can do, and just what I even like, what I can do, even just like positively, the better. Let's place this one here because I'll have a better view of it. Okay, let's give this here. Swap with the statue. Now I can go all the way here before I run into trouble. Maybe I don't. Maybe this is just fine. The art of manipulation is to color the ugliest nightmares as everyday realities. Okay, so I've done the 2 challenges. Now let's do the 2 normal levels. Well, and their associated challenges. Death of a Dream. I mean, I'm pretty sure I want it there, right? I'm stealing this back then. What happened then when it's not correct? I don't know. Oh, that's an interesting one. I have to cross this bridge. Any chance I can just get this one through here? I might actually be able to place it differently. If I walk more here. Walk more here. I can now get it here. That one should be looking towards me. It's my only issue right now. Because if it was, then I could teleport to this statue. Because it'd be powered by the thing, and then I could walk into it, change the direction, and walk around. Yeah, I think that works. Hello? Game? There we go. Steal the relic. Swap back. No, wait, I don't... No, I needed to keep out the relic at the moment. I just need to turn it. I want to take the relic later. Mine is all over the place today. Okay. So this is powered. I'm trying to think. Oh god, I almost just walked off. I was trying to think if there's a way where I could place the statue so it's in view of that one, but I don't think so. Let's swap it here. If I don't take this and give it to this one, because I'm gonna have to when I walk over here, I'm gonna have to exit the dark zone to get past. And now, otherwise, if I hadn't given it to this one, I wouldn't be able to swap it here. But Now I have a different issue. I need to be in the other mode. Can I do something like... No, that doesn't work. No. I have to have this one be consistently on. That's the thing. Okay. That's really neat, actually. I think I figured it out. That's a really neat puzzle. So I still point up one this way. And I shouldn't have jumped down there. I should have swapped it with me so I could have it where I intended to. Hopefully it still works though, so I don't have to redo stuff. Okay, if I now do the same thing I did before. There you go. Because the teleporter would still be powered all the same. The warp stone, whatever. And I can do the exact same thing. But when I leave this, it turns off. I can now stand inside of this beam. Swap. That's really neat. I like that. Now I can just continue on to the solution, to the fan one. And this is not the challenge one. I don't get to feel proud of myself for solving that one. What am I thinking here? Wait, let's go back here. I want to place the teleporter there, be in the opposite mode, and just walk through. That's what I want to do. There's no way I can have that bridge due to being in one of these. And if I can cross that one, I might as well be able to cross that one. So let's place the teleporter there. Walk through it in this mode. Teleport to it. Okay, but I still need to be able to walk through this despite the teleporter not being in the chamber. Okay. See you soon, Dennis. I don't know how you're actually supposed to do this, but I think that you can. I think this is like a bit of a cheat trick. I can now give it to this one. Wait, I can't get down though. Oh no. Let's do that. Wait. How'd I get back now? What in the world? I can't get back. That's... Did I just soft lock myself? I did. I need to let this one keep having it. Curious what happened. Just managed to make an interesting mistake. And this, I have to get it. Oh my god. Have to redo the entire thing. Actually, I don't know if that matters as well. Get a white screen only? That's weird. It shows up correctly for me. Now I'm just confused. Everything seems to be working fine on my end. Well, glad you're back. That's why I wanted to have it there. Now I remember. My brain was telling me like, oh yeah, just go over there and swap with it, and I was just confused like, why does this matter? So I didn't do it. But I should have. I should have trusted myself. How long do you usually bike when you go on your trips, Dennis? Is it like a certain distance? Is this like a certain time you're at usually, or do you just go as far as you feel like? This is finicky. And we can finally open it again. Yay us. One thing I like that the game does that I don't think I've like one way the puzzle aspects interact with each other that I don't think I've thought of before is that I really like how if you want to swap with the statue and you have one of these beams, the only way to do it, then you can either have the beam go to you or to the statue, and it's gonna have and that choice for which way it will end up afterwards is really neat, I think. I need to stand in the beam, so it's still in the beam after I leave. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to swap it up when it's there. So I just need to walk through here and swap. That's it. Dreams die because you're being made to forget them. They get killed slowly. The killer hopes you'll notice. Trying to think of like examples of that. Are they talking about like when parents try to make their children not have dreams? I don't know. What do I have here then? The long night. Right. Oh, I need to have one in both. Wait. What was I thinking again? Right, if I do this, then I can get this one in here. Can't I just do the same thing on this side? Hello? Oh, I'm in the wrong world. Oh no. Do I need to swap which one is which? Is that what I need to do? This is some kind of like parody. Oh wait, I need to swap that one in here, don't I? So that's the one that was here. This is not the one that was here. Seems about right. Wait, no, no, it's not. Good, you can swap after use. That's what you stay. Go forward. Go back a little point. I think I need to swap one of them when I'm standing like close to here, but to do that I need to have access to these ones. I think I'll need to place one of them close to one of these so I can swap through it. Okay, let's swap. How was I thinking this? That does not work. Don't stand on the other side here. No. Okay, let's do this because then I'll keep having this. I can go through, stand on this side. I can recharge. No, this is not going to work. Wait. Let's swap that one so it's over here instead, so I can recharge. I can place this on the other side, and now I am switched. So I need to be in this. How did I stay in this mode, but I'm on the other side of that one? Did I just position it here beforehand? Guess so. No, this doesn't. Can, however, do this. Because now when I swap, it's exactly where I intended for it to be. And I'm not going to be locked behind that. I can walk through. Let's activate this first though. I wasn't sure what I was trying to do there. It's probably a really cool like node. What are they called? Map. I don't know. That you can do to go from all the different states of where you have them. Okay, well, I want to have this one go here, and I want to be able to have this one point towards me so I can keep walking. Okay, let's place one over there. Guess that's going to be irrelevant. Swap again. Swap again. Oh, I need to activate. Need to activate this first. Right? Walk through. And put this one forward. At least this challenge was really straightforward. I know I don't have I can't see the better Twitch emote. Constant stress and pain puts you in a long slumber. A nightmare used to keep you at bay. How many? Okay, 32. That's how many I expected. Good. You gonna let me drown again, game? How very nice of you. There's one well left, I think. Oh no, there was no well on this side. I was thinking there was one more bridge, my brain just automatically feel that there would be one more well, but there wasn't. They finally get to see the Tree of Knowledge. Except it's not there. He took it off. Well, this is ominous. This kind of almost looks like one of the buildings in Outer Wilds. I wasn't sure if I was even moving there. My Explorer would move you on the other screen to see better. That's a weird issue. Are they gonna take this one down too? No? Wait, where theirs purple and his is gold because they are darkness and he is light? In our darkest moments, a candle is all we need to raise and fight for the light. Redemption. Fight for the light sounds like a metal song. Yeah, I can see it. Should probably ask, I mean, if we look at the eye to enter the dark world. Okay. That's a whole new, way to do things. It's impressive how long this game is. It just keeps upping the stakes. Oh, I need to teleport it over there, don't I? The only way to do things is if I have them both within view of each other, which is a very interesting way. So you have to play around with angles even more so than when you had the other one. Because I can swap it when I look there. And the reason I need to place it there is because then that means that the eye is in line when I stand over here. Because like I can't swap it now. Because I would have to change the view too much. But if I stand here, they open up. More angles not really better when you have more options that way. They do typically only function. So far, they've seemingly only functioned in eight directions, either north, south, west, east, or northwest, north, east, southwest, southeast. So it's only divided into 8. So it's still a limited choice, and I really appreciate that. It's one of the issues I had with the laser game, that there were just too many things, very finicky. But this way it makes it very clear whether something is supposed to be able to be done with these angles or not. Forgotten truth. That's an interesting one. I'm gonna have to walk over here. I can pick it up? And stay? Okay, I can't interact with anything in any other way, but I can just hold it. That is so cool. But yeah, like the fact that they've limited it, so there's still just a limited amount of things you can do. I love that because it means that it's not about just finding the perfect angle or anything. It's genuinely about figuring out what they had in mind. I'm bringing you with me. You're mine now. Call for unity. I think I want to place it here. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make that. Okay. Wait. But I can make it here. And if I have the eye on the other side of it, I can still activate it. I think on one point it will not help. Are you saying that angles would make it better, or are you saying that... Wait, are you saying that less angles will make it better or worse, or what? Wait, could I just brought this eye with me and then just not worried about placing it down beforehand? I could have just placed it down there. Probably would have been easier. Makes me think of the personality course from Portal. That's a good thing. What happened to this place? Gravestones? He showed them the light. So he convinced two of them to stay while the other ones are leaving? Have sand crystal. Oh, they don't have the I think I cannot express myself today. I'm just not. It's not working right. Enter challenge. The Alliance. Oh, that's an interesting one. I cannot bring it with me because every time I hold it, that would be up. Oh no. I think I need to place it back here. Then... Oh, I backed too far. Maybe I should just get this one over here instead. Maybe that's just better. Take it the long way around. It is probably the only way to actually do it too. I do wish there was a bit quicker to actually turn on though. No, if I fall down it just respawns me. Oh, this one has another part to it. Okay. I hope I didn't miss one. I guess I'll go back and check. I know the first few didn't have any. That's a cool trick. If I look at it, I can now walk through this. Let's swap with this one. Wait, what? Oh, I cannot walk to it. It's often confusing when you only... That's not a hot second on the screen. When you miss stuff and then just come back and it doesn't make any sense, yeah. I could place the eye there. Actually, can I place it further back? Let's go through it first. So I can place it here. Trying to think if I need to place it back there. I don't think I can get it there, even if I wanted to. Oh, but I still need to see it from this angle, though. Perfect. Absolutely intended. That was completely unnecessary, actually. I could have just kept it where it was because this one would block the thing. Oh well. A mindset can change a person. A person can change a group. A group can change the world. Yeah, I got both on that one. Oh, okay, I guess they started after I went through this thing. I mean, they better have. Otherwise, I'm gonna be a bit annoyed. Let's enter challenge. Vanguards. What's back here? Okay, so if I place it down there, then I'm gonna be able to see. That's perfect now. Isn't that exactly what I want? Because I can cross here, go past these, but then also get here. I trust in the eye. Yeah, that's not gonna last long enough. I know where to place you, little guy. But just place you down here. Being the first to stand up takes courage. Courage begets action. Begets courage. Without a belief to fuel them, words are just words. I don't know about the last one. Some people can... Well, that goes for like if you want to motivate people, that you want to say words that actually have meaning. But like if you just read a quote, you don't necessarily have to understand. You don't necessarily have to. You don't necessarily need the context of what the person wants to be moved by your own idea of what they mean, I guess. I think I'm gonna end it here actually. I'm not sure how much is left and I don't wanna make... I don't want to play for like another hour just to find out that after that there's only like half an hour or an hour left. So I'd rather take it in slower bits. And I'm also just like not feeling great. So I think it's a good time to call it. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Whether live or... Oh no, cameo! Right or wrong, at least these things provoke thought. That's true. No cameo. Wrong timing. I will have their own ideas of ways. Actually, I could just sit here and talk for a bit. That also works. I don't need to do any puzzles. I can just talk with chat. Yeah, that's true. That's that point of everyone will have their own idea is very it's basically summarized in the death of the art death of the art death no death of the artist uh which I think was originally published in French. Was it in the beginning of the 20th century, something like that? I don't know, but they were talking about like when you have made something and someone else reads it, they will understand it differently than you. And the I guess I don't want to call it a movement, but death of the artist, that like concept is basically like it doesn't matter what you actually intended if someone else has a different idea when they experience what you made. And separating the person who made something from the work of art that they created. I think I stumbled upon it first from video essayist Lindsay Ellis when she was talking about Joanne, J.K. Rowling. And it's because like a lot of she has some questionable views when it comes to trans people, and a lot of like her books teach inclusivity and to not like they a lot of people have found them very important in growing up, and now those same people have to face that the creator behind the work that maybe even defined a part of them isn't standing with them. And some people, they cannot separate the art from the artist. But some people can, and like, should you? Is that right? But like, I'm happy that people are able to like just not care about who the artist is, but still enjoy the art. Dumbledore is gay. Yeah, stuff like that. Like, if you have a reading that Dumbledore is straight, because it's not actually said anywhere in the book that he isn't, then you can do that. Everyone has their own interpretation of what goes on in any work of in any work of anything. And it's not necessarily wrong just because yours differs from someone else's. Oh, they are? I've read the first book and that's it. I've seen like short scenes of the movies just because I think I walked in on I think my dad and some of his friends were watching it or something, and I wanted to ask him something. So I think it was something like they were falling through some greenery, and then I think it right after that is when the chess game plays out. Yeah, I think I read the first book. I honestly don't remember it. It's so weird, and I wasn't young enough to where I should remember it. Like, I should be able to. Yeah, it's an interesting idea, and I think it's also okay. There are two paths you can take here, and one can take here that I want to go into. One of them is I think that it's even more prevalent when it comes to poems, because they are even shorter and they very much leave it up to interpretation, a lot of them, of what anything means, because they work a lot with analogies and similes and just not actually saying things out loud, but you have to connect it yourself. And you can talk about big canvas in front of you, and some people will have that as standing on the beach and looking out at the open ocean. Some of them will have it be sitting by the wall against your bedroom window and looking out at the stars. Others will see it as just like the path of life and what you can do with it. And so I think that the death of the author applies even more when it comes to that, because there's no real wrong interpretation with it, regardless of what the person originally intended. Like more stuff from the fantasy. I think I like fantasy more than sci-fi generally, but it's not something I realized until very recently. Even though I'd read mostly fantasy, I didn't realize that like that was actually my preferred genre of the two. I mean, I didn't really find much of an interest in Harry Potter. I probably will read it or watch the movies eventually. Like, I find it unlikely that I'm gonna get through life without having experienced them. There are so many people who love those books, love those movies, and yeah, someone is eventually gonna convince me to do it. As for supporting her, like me doing that wouldn't really support her. I could always find old books. Someone could lend me books probably. There's so many copies, so I'm not really worried about supporting her. Oh yeah, the other thing about Death of the Author, where I think it's very much a spectrum when it comes to what it is, because there are a lot of books where the context of where they were made is very important to understanding the themes and the characters existing within it, even if it is completely devoid of anything mentioning the current like social the society that the author grew up in. So like if someone wrote a book in 1940s Germany and it's, I don't know, a sci-fi book, it's you still, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, but a lot of them still might need the context of who the author is and their life experiences to fully appreciate what the book is trying to do, even if it never mentions anything that currently goes on in the world or has happened in the author's life. So I think that if you practice Death of the Author completely, you will lose one aspect of the book. You will not be able to appreciate it to the same degree. But I also think that, like, yeah, have your own interpretations of things. Have your, like, canon. Fanon? Fan script for Emily's film project. Reska is writing the real script. I posted in the Uncanny Scatters Discord ideas channel. I'd be curious in your interpretation of it. Yeah, I can read that. Say so things like Trump, people using as 1984. Yeah, I like, as we touched on yesterday, everything is kind of a spectrum, and it's really tricky. It is really tricky to find any one thing to say that will work. Because saying that, like, yeah, I agree with you that, like, the I'm not quite sure what you specifically meant, but I know the general idea, and I agree. I think that there definitely are wrong interpretations of the, like, those kinds of works. So like, I think that there's a line somewhere where you can read it wrong, but I also would prefer to say that you can't read it wrong. So there is some internal. There's some internal line that I've drawn, and that line might be differently depending on who I'm like, what is being, how something is being read, or even if I'm biased, even who has the interpretation. I might be more likely to think that those people have read it wrong than someone from quote unquote my side, because that's how bias works. And we all draw that differently, and it's, unless you actually toe the line, you may never find out just how much you differ with someone else in those little things. Yeah, I've heard of it. Do you know what I was trying to? I know To Kill a Mockingbird has, you know, long been controversial about being banned in places. There's I think Mox, they said, was one of the banned books. I haven't really read into it much. I did enjoy the video of the person walking around talking to Christians about and mentioning like different thing from the Bible just out of context and asking if that book should be allowed, and them saying that no, it definitely should be mouse. Okay, yeah. I don't think I've heard of that book before hearing about this book banning. Or if I have, then it's actually, I think I have, but it's like not much of it. Don't really know what it's about or anything. I'm not really sure how I feel about book banning in general. I can totally understand if there are things that like just shouldn't be allowed to be shown to children. Like oh, what's that guy's name? He wrote some book about like this person wants to be a walrus or whatever it is. Like, yeah, no, I prefer not showing that to children. Yeah. Two daughters get their dad drunk. That should not be shown to children. What's his name? Like the name popping in my head is like Matt Walsh or something, but like that doesn't sound right. But yeah, it's like I'm not sure how I feel about book banning in general, but if you want to ban something because it exposes, just like it shows that there is a different perspective, not necessarily, it doesn't spread hate, it doesn't necessarily show judgment on things. Like just saying that like, oh yeah, black people have historically been treated not very well in America. Like, just if that is the single reason why you're banning it, then yeah, no, that's no, you need more than that. If it has extremely graphical like depictions or something, like sure, but just saying that if the entire message that you're trying to ban is that yeah, no, there are people that have been treated badly throughout the history of our country, then yeah, I feel like you shouldn't need to ban any book. Like even the book I mentioned, which is like the entire point of it is to literally just discredit an already like I can't think of the word. What is it called? I keep wanting to say like underprivileged, but that's not right. Yeah, just like a minority that's already had it harsh enough, and you're literally just trying to discredit them. Like, even that book, like, I don't know if that should be banned. I don't know if you should ban books. I feel like it should be more left up to any individual dealing with children to actually understand and recommend things. Because I think that even that book, like, while you shouldn't leave it unattended with people, just having it in a library so it's accessible to people is not necessarily the issue. The issue is that if someone not understanding things comes across it and bases parts of their ideology or morality or stuff on it. But with the right adults and stuff, like, that shouldn't be an issue. But as we found out, we can't exactly just trust people to do right. And yeah, it's true. Like, as soon as you try to censor a part of history just flat out, that's propaganda. Easily. There's definitely there are definitely ways. There are definitely things that you kind of should crack down on, or at least show the other side as well. Like there are a lot of dog whistles that are just based on completely normal sounding sentences. Like, you can't disagree with them, but you know that the real intention behind what the people are saying is something worse. And everyone knows what it actually means, but just attacking the words for what they are, there's nothing you can say against it. There's no way you can argue with it. And I think that you can slowly creep in some really awful takes on history or on people by just slowly ramping up things that are necessarily untrue, but just paint such a unfair picture of things. Like, if you're gonna talk about, like, I don't know, if we're gonna if we want to go really big, like Jews just throughout history, like, yeah, they have because of how it's like the laws have worked and religion and stuff, like, they did have more banks. But if, like, you just mentioning that without any context, or using it as, or even worse, using it as some kind of justification, is just no. Facts may not be biased, but the way you present them definitely can be. What's that quote? Like, there are three types of lies: lies, more lies, and statistics. I got in a sharp argument with someone last night who spawned for us just propaganda on the Ukraine issue. What is even Russia's propaganda when it comes to Ukraine? It's like, oh, this actually belongs to, I don't even remember who they actually attribute it to. Stalin? It's like, oh, it's actually supposed to be theirs. It's not actually Ukraine's. That's another really interesting issue. Which I don't remember. Is this what happened in Ukraine, where it's like there were a lot of actual Russians who moved into Ukraine, so now part of Ukraine has majority Russians who are in favor of Russia taking over that part of it? Because there just been so many Russians who moved in there. And it's like, what are you even supposed to do about that one? It's such a tricky issue. Do you cut your losses? Just give it to the other country that has moved a bunch of people in? Do they do you just forbid more people from going there and like force people to move? I mean, I guess the best choice is just like keep the borders the same, but then it's just like a puppet city, I guess. I don't know. Say the idea of Ukraine joining NATO, which no one is proposing, is a threat to them. Preemptively attack. That's certainly an interesting take. Why does Russia think that NATO is such a threat to them? That's certainly an interesting one. But the real reason is Putin's desire to make Russia USSR again. Yeah. Yeah, I just, like, when it comes to that one, Israel, Palestine, whatever, like, that'll, I have not looked into it, and I just have no idea what even the either side is saying, what even like is the reasonable take. I just know that if you criticize either side, then like you dead. I mean, regardless of whether I can understand Russia's intentions, or even if I think that they make sense, and it's like, oh yeah, I understand what they want to do. Like, that's, don't do that. Did you know that Sweden actually fought against? Well, we didn't fight against. We were on the, but we were on the opposing side of America in the. Which one was that? Yeah, one of the conflicts. My brain is just blanking right now. But Sweden actually is, like, Sweden has this, I guess, strong anti-imperialistic view, I think is the way to phrase that. I don't quite remember. And I also don't I don't immerse myself enough when it comes to these kinds of questions to actually know the politics of them. But yeah, like when America went over there to like quote unquote fix things, like like America and like CIA and whatever the American army likes to do, Sweden sent a bunch of help to the opposing side. It's we shouldn't still have to worry about wars, honestly. Like, shouldn't the world be past that? Can't we like focus on the climate issue and microplastics and just like getting food to everyone on the planet? Isn't that so much better? I'm just going to post a Russian propaganda video in the Discord and I still don't. No, don't do that. But also when it comes to war, like, if someone else wants to war, you don't have a choice. And like when it comes to like I guess China's what they are doing with, well, different places. Like, you want to stop them, but how do you stop them without actually just going into a war with them? And that's not gonna get. It's not gonna do anything to the nation. It's just gonna hurt a bunch of innocent people from both nations. The generals making the decisions, the leaders, like, they don't have to worry about anything. It's such a it's insane. America's peace talks have begun with arms deliveries and diplomatic withdrawal. Diplomatic withdrawal? No green politics. They want not the word again. What's that? What is that? Roosevelt quote. Be nice and carry around a big stick. Something like that. Be polite, carry around a big stick. Like MAD, mutually assured destruction. And just like making sure that you have a big enough army that no one else would want to attack you. It's weird, but making sure that you have something able to fight means that you're less likely to have to fight. And we should be past that, but I understand that it still needs to happen. Being so young with your generation, what do you think of the most pressing international concern for the future? I mean, I guess like just climate change. Like the fact that like politics don't seem to be working in countries, and there's war on the horizon, and the mistreatment of different minorities in different parts of the world, and like how LGBTQ people are still mistreated. It's still banned in a lot of places. Like that sucks. Same with stuff like flora and fauna, like animals and stuff dying out. But I think the biggest threat and the thing that should be agreed on first is really, it seems to be the climate issue. To me, as much as I would want to fix world hunger and world thirst and mistreatment of people around the world, I don't know. There's a lot. We only say Russia will stop make money of them. Yeah, just not trading with these countries that we deem have made just not okay choices, actions, is definitely should be the way to go. But like companies want to make money, and states, governments want to make money, and good luck convincing them. I'm worried about the rise of fascism. Seems a real possibility with the majority of the world could be fascist in 10-20 years, which then affects the ability to deal with climate. Do you really think it could be that bad, like that quickly? What makes you so worried about fascism? Why they shouldn't need oil? Why do we still need oil? They need to say to Ukraine, we want to move away your nuclear bombs. They do, but now it's Russia away. What was it? Wasn't Russia who made a deal with Ukraine that if they got rid of nuclear bombs, then they promised not to attack? And they did, but they're still gonna attack. I'm thinking of Turkey. I don't remember. I'm not very well versed in any of this. I literally just like read stuff occasionally, just when they pop up in my feed and whatever social media, or have one of these discussions. So I'm not as up to date as I should be. One of you is two major political parties as embrace fascism. Yeah. I'm not sure how much, like, the US does have a huge influence on the rest of the world, but I'm not sure on how worried I am that the rest of the world is gonna become that fascist. Yes, I'll do Russia, Ukraine later. Yeah, I want to care about the issues of the world, but I do not have, like, if I actually did, I would just break down. Like I cannot, whether I want to or not. I just wouldn't. I can't function if I do. So I have to like intentionally just like distance myself to a certain extent. And it makes me feel really callous and just unempathetic, but yeah. How does that saying go? Don't burn down your house to warm someone for an evening. Sometimes if you do less, there'll be more of you to help others later. I'll say I could share and not help. There's an apologetic choice stuff up and sitting in her. So yeah. There's an apolitic choice to stop up and sending. I mean, any choice you make is a choice. If you decide to do nothing, that is a choice. There is no way to stay neutral with some when it comes to some issues. That's better saying than in this game. You mean to don't burn down your house to warm someone for an evening? Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I don't remember. I don't know if I'm actually saying it right, and I don't know who it's actually attributed to. The explanation was all mine though, which is why it's so not very smooth. And I was trying to phrase it. Sweden is, I don't know if it still is, but I know that a few years ago at least, it was like the third biggest weapons exporter by capita. I love hearing you say sometimes you can't say neutral. Shh. Sometimes you can't say neutral. I mean, you can try. You can try your darndest. Honestly, Sweden's involvement in World War II is pretty interesting, and I don't think it's rarely portrayed accurately. I think because it's the oversimplifications are usually either that Sweden stayed neutral, or Sweden stayed neutral but they helped the Nazis. But neither of those is like, we did stay neutral, but what choice did we have when it came to both sides? I think we could have done more to try to help the Allies, but what we really did was just try to survive, because like the Nazis took over Denmark in 6 hours and Norway in a matter of days or weeks. And like Sweden would have suffered the same fate. So our best choice was to just appease the Nazis, make it more worthwhile for them. Like, yeah, just make it so that the cost of invading us wouldn't yield them enough to be worth it. But we were also sending information to the Allies, and we took in, I think it was that we got a certain number of ships coming into harbor every month, and the Nazis were trying to limit that. It's like we were just really fighting on both sides, for both sides, just trying to save ourselves. And we did also take in, what was it, like 95% of all Danish Jews or something. Like it was an insane number. We also did help where we could, as far as I understand, with like training a Norwegian quote unquote police that was really like army, and sending a lot of there were a lot of personnel and equipment sent, well, not a lot of personnel, but a lot of equipment sent to Finland to help fight the Russians during that. So I guess in that sense we fought on the side of the Nazis. I don't know. It was like we were mostly just looking out for ourselves and our neighbors, and just trying to stay out of trouble from both sides. I think one of the strangest, funniest things is America succeeded to survive with serial killers. Really? I haven't heard that. No one thinks of Sweden as being Nazi sympathetic, though. Well, I think the take I hear most is like Sweden stayed neutral, but they still sold iron to the Nazis. Also, Sweden was like, yeah, don't hurt us, please. And meanwhile, Switzerland was like aggressively neutral, shooting down any aircraft coming into their aircraft coming into their airspace, which is really which I think is a bit interesting. Swiss always neutrality thing, which they get money from. It's a very interesting. Like, there's still, is Switzerland a loose federation of states? Honestly, though, if any country should be called like the country of freedom, it might be that one. With how Americans are touting it. Don't they have like one of the highest gun rates in the world, but they have very low crime. I think, if I remember right. Maybe I'm thinking about a different country. There's also like bunkers with 1.5 times the population. And ways to blow up any bridge and major infrastructure. In case there's an attack. Like, they are prepared. I don't know. The world is weird. Yeah, they're the original preppers. We have no good military. The EU will getting a big army. I would think that the EU goes sometimes to war too. I don't like the idea of having a big army. I don't like the idea that like the army should be needed, but I have to say that I do kind of like the idea of having a big enough army, that the EU has a big enough army that they can actually do stuff. They can actually stop fighting that's going on. The EU doesn't, but I was more thinking of like the countries within EU and do they have an army? I don't know. It's not really relevant. The countries within EU and all the alliances between everyone and NATO and like stuff like that. not really worth to call it. Doesn't stuff like the what do they call it, the Red Cross? They're supposed to be like peacekeepers and help out, but then they don't get to do anything. So many missions, so many organizations out there just to help. Just to kind of like make peace, but they can't do anything, and they're essentially worthless in a lot of wars, or not wars. What are they called? Not battles. Because we don't call them that in modern day, because those don't happen. They're called other things. Yeah, it's an interesting, I don't know. We keep moving from topic to so quickly. I feel like we don't really finish up any of them. But I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. It's been 2 hours. Thank you, people, for checking in, watching the VOD after, or watching the VOD after. Free to follow if this is something you want to see more of. Have a wonderful rest of your days. Take care. Bye bye.